Good evening, Snakewater. My name is Cornpop16, and today we're watching an ESEA invite match. This is going to be Circa eSports taking on Froyotech. Joining me today is going to be Marxist and Sam on production. How's it going, Marxist?
Pretty well. Looking forward to seeing the new look froyotech because they've had a little roster shake up here at Cornpop.
Yep, Banny got cut. It was a mutiny. They decided no more Bandman. We lost the game. So there's going to be no more Banny. They replaced it with Muma, actually. He's going to be playing Scout for them tonight.
It could be, but I think it'll be a little bit different than that.
Oh, okay.
So after that first loss, they said, we need to do a little bit of different stuff here, and we'll see once we get to the fancy roster graphics that our production man Sam has got on deck for you. We'll be able to talk about that, I suppose.
Yeah, we can start with the Froyotech roster. It's normally Free State and Banny on Scout, but it's gonna be Patty replacing Banny on Scout, and Banny will be moving over to the Pocket Soldier role just for tonight. And then we're also gonna see, as usual, Blaze will be on Roamer, Shade on Medic, and we're gonna see Habib playing Demoman.
And over on the Circa side, we've got Skis on Medic, Pelt on Demo, Bro King and Cow are your soldiers. I don't think they're really doing anything specific anymore. Knuckles and Cheesy are your scouts.
And I think, what do you think about this switch up? Because I don't know, has Patty been underperforming? Is that the reason for this switch up? Because I think he's been playing all right throughout the season. Maybe this is just more of a stylistic change for the Froyo team.
Well, they did lose a game,
They
so
did, they did, but it was close, and they played pretty well, I thought.
so far they're undefeated with Banny on Pocket this season. So we'll have to wait and see how it all boils out, Corn Pop.
Yeah, I think losing too many rounds in this game would definitely be a sign that maybe Patty should be back on the Pocket and Banny should go over to Scout. Because this game probably not going to be one that Furotech's looking to lose. They've lost one game this season, and realistically, they shouldn't be losing any more to teams that aren't EVL. Maybe once playoffs start up, they could be losing to EVL. But I don't know. I feel like Circa are kind of solidly below Furotech. It's not impossible, but it's going to be tough for Circa to pull out the win here.
Yeah, the only way I see a path to victory for Circa is if Patty is one of the worst scouts in Invite. I don't know if that's the case or not, but you would have to be exceptionally bad at Scout to drag Froyo down far enough to end up with an L coming in again. Circa played Froyo earlier in the season. I think it was on Sunshine, I'm pretty sure, and they just got obliterated. There was not much of a game to be had there. Snakewater's a little different of a map. It's more, it's been picked over a lot more than Sunshine, so maybe that'll help Circa a little bit.
And one thing I want to kind of talk about is the Froyo scouts you're talking about. Maybe Patty might not be the strongest scout. He is, I think, generally a soldier main. But Free State as well, he's kind of a player who sometimes he seems to go completely off and like absolutely amaze me. And sometimes he really looks like he's the worst player on their team. I mean, last game, I don't know if you watched it up against EVL earlier in the week. I think he had like 180 DPM or something like that. And I know Free State's generally taken more of a sort of passive role, capping points and stuff, but still, you really want to be seeing more from that at an invite level.
Yeah, the weird things can go on with Scout tandems because Banny was taking a lot of the heals in his role as a scout. He was almost the second pocket of the team at times, and that can be weird to negotiate for scouts. I wouldn't say Free State's inept. Free State's always kind of impressed me, but he's also a newer player, so there could be an adjustment period here for him in his basically somewhat new role on Froyo. But anytime you trade out one of the best scouts in the game for anybody else, it can really shake things up on your team. Unless Bandman has some secret tech that he's got that the Pocket Soldier may reign supreme again.
I mean, Banny on any class is probably gonna pound. Banny probably one of, if not the best player in North America slash maybe the world. You could make that argument. He's won a lot of things, been to LAN multiple times all around the world, at least in Europe, and is here tonight to play for us on this map. One thing I want to talk about with Circa Esports is, even though that they likely won't win this match, it's still a very important match for them because we're getting very close to the end of the season. This is week 8, and then next week is makeup week, so I think some teams have 0 games and some teams have 1. And it's probably, assuming all teams win the matches they're supposed to, it's probably going to come down to a tie between Circa Esports and Bird Noises. And whoever has won the most rounds is going to be the team that makes 3rd seed and not 4th seed. And that can be a big difference, Marxist.
Yeah, when it comes to the playoffs, you don't want to play Froyo first. Because that's, so far, the only one team has been successful at negotiating that into a W. And so you would like for Froyo to come later, because you could get really lucky and not have to play them at all.
Yeah, that would be the dream. And of course, if you get more money, is you do better in the playoffs, which is always important. But as you can see on your screen right now with the stats, it is tied 10-4 for all the teams, except for Bird Noises, who are 10-5, but they've played 1 extra game. And we see rounds 4, we have 51 for Bird Noises and 48 for Circa. So that's a 3-round difference, but they get an extra game to make it up. Circa are playing their final game tonight. It should be starting right now, or maybe it's already started, over on TF2 1. They're playing against EVL. That's going to be Bird Noises there. And Circa are going to be playing their second last game tonight, and then they're going to have another game next week against EVL. So we're definitely going to cover that one, because that could be a playoff decider, which team gets in on 3rd seed.
Yeah, you don't want to be 4th. Don't want to be 4th. It would be ideal to avoid that, because you're going to end up playing the best team first, and then you're going to end up having to play the loser of the 2v3, and that's also a pretty tough affair, most likely, depending on how it goes down. It could be almost any team at this point because of EVL's forfeit losses.
Sure.
So, it could be a big shakeup, but hey, we're going live here, so we don't need to dilly-dally any further. We're going to bring you some nice hot Snakewater mid.
Yeah, this is ESEA invite action. Froyotech versus Circa Esports. Match is live, is rolling out to the first mid-fight of the game. Froyotech have already secured 1st seed, so this game really doesn't matter too much to them, but an important game for Circa as they need to get rounds on the board. Habib, the first one into mid, same time as Pelt. They're going to be exchanging some spam, looking to get aggressive here. It's going to be Broking jumping up, not bombing in just yet. We'll see who wants to go first. It's going to be Kawa. No, he's not going. Here comes the soldier bombs. Kawa's going to be taken down by the stickies of Habib, and now we're going to see the counter bomb in from Broking, but he's very low. He's going to have to be waiting for an arrow, and Shade's taking a lot of damage. Does have Cheesy MacGyver. He's going to get shot down by him, and now Skis is kind of cut out of position. They're going to have to back off. Froyotech is dominating this mid-fight so far. Skis solo does go down to a beautiful shot by Patty, who's being pretty effective on that scout class. Nuck still coming in, though, on a 2K. Got Patty and Habib for being taken down. It's only Kawa who's off the respawn.
And that mid wasn't too bad for Circa, but it was a problem that they've had throughout the season where they don't recognize when things have gone bad soon enough. And so after they lost the first 2 people and didn't really get any frags, they waited about 2 or 3 seconds to back up, and that was all the difference between holding second and wiping out.
So most of Froyotech are kind of pushing through that right-hand area. They do have 100% Uber ad, Sniper, and Engineer on the defensive off classes. 50% already from Skis, as that Uber charge is going to get popped off, mainly onto Habib, as they do have to focus down that level 2 sentry gun. It's staying up for quite a while, finally gets taken down by the stickies. No frags going down just yet, way up in the air. Pelt's going to be running around. Patty's on the medic. Skis actually is going to be able to survive there as Nuck takes him down. Still, Patty and Broking the only casualties so far in this fight. Now we are going to see Free State just kind of getting out. I don't think that was a very good push from Froyo. They didn't really get much, and now they're going to be a big Uber disadvantage as just getting out. Blaze going to fall as well. unless they do some sneaky back taps, this is going to be a lot of trouble for froyotech. Shade's got to surf that one out, and we see up in the air, Kawa gets taken down. It's going to be second going in the favor of Circa.
Yeah, the danger here is that Froyo is coming in on the grass. There they go. So they're bringing the Uber up in there. It was weird to me that they didn't do more about that, because they could throw somebody in there as a suicide. But they're coming straight out of kitchen now with the Uber. They're going to take Habib down straight away, which is about the best kill you could get. There is a Patty trap behind, and they should cap up this middle quite nicely. And if they hurry, maybe they could do something more.
Oh, but look at Blaze, though. He's in a position to get something sneaky. He's hiding in kitchen, and nobody really checked it, so he's going to be behind their team. Oh my god, and he comes out right now. Skis is right there. Nobody's looking at him. He's going to find Broking, though. Broking actually going to get that frag, trading his life for it, so it's currently a 5-on-5. Still only 50% from Skis, 100% on the side of froyotech. But Banny and Habib both going to go down to Kawa and Cheese and MacGyver. That can't be happening. They're 3 down now. This isn't a fight anymore that they can take, and there's already blue players on second, capping up that point. This is going so horribly for froyotech. What is happening? Now Shade's going to be forced that Ubercharge off. Already, though, 80% from Skis. If he can stay alive, it's going to be a very, very good spot from Circa. They're playing this really, really well, and froyotech are making some mistakes.
Yeah, Froyo decided to opt for the good old strategy of drop the whole team, don't pop the Uber. And it didn't work. Here they are with Circa capping second. Skis still has that Uber, but a lot of pressure coming down on him. He's actually going to get forced off. I don't think they're in the position to do anything. So they're just going to have to hightail it out there and hope nobody chases them really fast like. Yeah, so that will be a instant recap for Froyo, and they've got a bit of initiative here because they've got the Uber advantage.
A lot of players went down on Circa before they popped that Uber charge off. Kind of like we saw the exact same thing. They were in a tough spot. They probably should have popped a lot earlier. Kind of making the same mistakes that Froyo made, and that could cost them, as now it's going to be big Uber ad for Shade. 100%, only 30 on Skis. Nux on Sniper, though, so watch out for him. If he can make any big plays, that's going to be what they need, but already Shade's popped that Uber charge off. Cheese and MacGyver is going to be the first casualties, and the Uber charge are still running forward. Broking also probably won't last long, gets taken down by Patty. Still, though, the majority of the members of Circa have gotten out. Looks like they are going to be doing all right. Pelt going to fall, though, and this isn't looking good anymore. It's only Nuck and Skis. Skis needs to be able to get out of here. This could be okay, but he's taken down by Blaze. Beautiful job by him to bomb up that medic, and now we do see Cheese and MacGyver just got from that forward spawn. He can get something. Finally does get one frag, maybe saving Nuck's life. He's going to have to back off. No, does end up dying to Patty. Anyways, Patty's actually been doing pretty good on Scout this game.
Yeah, Patty's been doing just fine. That one came down to Circa throwing away 2 people. You know, the old trick in the book is sack a guy to force the Uber and then run away. Circa opted to sack 2, and then Pelt also didn't back up fast enough, so they sacked 3, and then it is very difficult to win from that point on. We'll see if Froyo's Uber here, which should be coming in right about now, is better than the first one.
Yeah, it didn't work out too great that first time. They're going to pop it off once again onto Habib. Free State taking a bit of that as well. Cheese and MacGyver going down early to Patty, way up in the air. Broking, he's going to be trying to get some damage down, but he's taking a lot himself. Now we see Patty playing around by the point. Broking solo, he's got to go down soon. Finally, though, a lot of Froyo players are going down. It's only Broking and Pelt's a 2v2. Pelt's down to the point. Now Broking has to take down Banny. He takes on the medic. It's only Banny alive as he caps up that point, bringing his team up 1-0 in the first round.
Well, the Banny Pocket was the final boss there, and it could not be slain by Broking, and that'll get him their first round. So we'll see if Circa can find some more success here at mid to try to get back in this game.
Yeah, still early, so Circa, they shouldn't be discouraged yet. They're going to be taking the second mid. Hopefully it won't go as poorly as the first one did. It's going to be Broken getting very early aggression out onto the enemy team, but he's just going to go down. We see a couple other players, Pelt and Nuck were in there as well. Skis does die to Blaze, who bombed in. He got Nuck as well. This is going so poorly now. Cheese and MacGyver, the last person alive on his team. If he doesn't get any frags, a full wipe.
Yeah, it was an ace middle, where you get a full team wipe and not a single frag. That's shades of what was going on in the Sunshine game, where they were super duper aggressive and Froyo would just hide behind a doorway so that the aggressive guys would have to come fight them there, and they would just walk into the door and die, all 6 of them.
Banny was kind of jumping around on last, but he somehow made it out alive. It's gonna be now Circa holding their last once again. They do have Nuck up on Engineer, and that's their only off class. So we'll see how Froyo want to take this again. 100% Uber ad. They've been taking it in the right side a lot, and that's what they're going to be doing again. There's a Sentry Gun. It's just going to be Rescue Ranger back into spawn, so we'll see if it comes back into play. No, Nuck's going to change to Scout. So I'm not sure if that was really the best play to make there, but Patty's going to be the first casualty so far, and Free State's on the point though. Finally does get taken down, but a lot of time has gone down. Only 3 players, and it's only Blaze that's healthy. Shade's got to be running away. Blaze is going for that point, but he can't. 6 health on Shade. He's all the way back on second. I don't think anybody's really in position to chase. If they can get some spam on him, they might. It's going to be Broking who looks for it, but I think Shade's got to be making it out alive here.
Yep, Broking could not find the Shade, and so they will end up capping here. Froyo having, rather uncharacteristically, a lot of trouble pushing last so far, and we'll see what Circa decides to do here. Typically they're gonna go, yeah, there they go. So here comes the Uber. Let's see what they've got. Shade very hurt, gets trapped by the log and killed by Broking. And that is 3 down, but there is a little bit of a back cap. It is a Scout, it's Patty. All you're seeking to do here is to delay them. They brought back a ton of the team. Ends up finding the skis for a second, but gets wiped out.
Yeah, every player on Circa except for Broking went back for that. Free State now in a 1v1 against Kawa. He might lose this even. Free State is going to be taken down by Pelt, who went back to take that. A lot of time was wasted by that Scout in the back. They are going to be capping up this midpoint now, Circa. I don't think froyotech are in a position to deny this. 7 players on that point, so it's going to be capped off very nicely. And still Uber ad for skis.
Indeed. And they're going to look, it looks like they're trying to go through Saw Room here, but maybe they'll go for the old drop out of the window trick, or maybe they're just going to rotate all the way around. See if they can get a kill. Nice off of Blaze there, who's a little bit exposed. Broking trying to jump in. The Uber has popped off, killing Banny in lobby. No soldiers for Froyo, and we'll see where they decide to go from here. Usually, knowing Circa, they're gonna try to push. There aren't any soldiers out there, so it's just a demo. They're already on the point here. Are the Scouts? They're capping it down, and there goes their first round.
Oh wow, Cheesy just ran onto that point, and the couple soldiers and Patty ran back to try to block that point, but they lost their lives and they couldn't actually kill Cheesy. The other Scout as well Nuck ran to the points, and they capped that up so fast. I don't think froyotech even realized. So it's 1-1 actually, and Circa are getting some good rounds, which is exactly what they need. Now we're coming up to the 3rd mid-fight of the game. We'll see if this goes any better for Circa. They haven't been doing well. It's going to be Broken getting aggressive. Once again, we've seen this quite a lot. Banny going to be the first casualty. Patty as well going down, so this is going a little bit better for them now as they can stay alive, but it's currently a 4-on-4. Blaze is in kitchen, and he's looking to jump in. Here he comes now, getting denied by some Scouts, though. froyotech have a lot of positioning, but Blaze just went down, so that's going to be numbers for Circa. It's a 4v3, and they're pushing them back. There are going to be respawns coming in shortly, but with that one frag onto Blaze, it's going to be Circa winning this mid-fight.
Yeah, as they used to say in the old days, that was a momentum shift there in the last round. And we see Circa come in and win their first mid of the game. They're trying to get in here, Uber v Uber. There's a bomb coming in, but it's not going to do anything. Shade is going to get forced, though. A play I really like to just sort of tease in, get a player in there and force the enemy med. And then you've got Uber advantage here to push with. Froyo does not want to fight. Patty is going down already. And Pelt is up in this doorway trying to block it off. Yeah, no suicide. Still with Uber advantage is Circa.
Yeah, Patty tried to do something sneaky and it completely did not work out for him. He got destroyed. Now it's Circa pushing last with full Uber ad. They're going to be running in. Habib going down very early to Cheesy. Now we'll see if they can get some more frags, what they need. There's going to be losing Kawa, though. That's not what they want. Shay going to go down. There goes Patty as well. So a lot of Froyo players are down. It's only 3 and they're all quite weak, but here they come. They're getting the frags. Only Banny. That's going to be 2-1. Circa eSports take the lead in the first half. 2-1 so far.
Yeah, that round was a blow up for Froyo. They lost mid. Shade got forced on second from a play I really enjoyed, and then they couldn't defend last at all. So we'll see if they can recover.
You are watching the death of froyotech here as they're going to lose their 2nd map in a row all season. Now we're going to see Broken jumping forward. It's going to be Pelt going down early, though. That's not great. if you're Circa. Kawa also falling in. Patty's in deep. He's very low, gonna end up dying, but a lot of other players are going down on the enemy team. It's only Broking and Ski's alive. You know, Ski's been doing a great job in getting out on these mids, but he might be in a bad position now. Blaze went pretty deep for that, but Ski's just jumped out, and he's gonna be sandwiched. Does get taken down by Banny, who trades his life for that. Broking desperately looking for some sort of a frag on a Shade. If he can actually get this, that'd be amazing, but I don't think he can. Gonna get piped down by Habib.
Yeah, as Blaze writes, why Broking? That, Skis could have gotten out there, and Broking would have had to die for him to get him out. But instead, they just chose to die together. I guess, Skis was just... He didn't want to leave his buddy alone, and, so they both died instead. Nuck is on that sniper, and last night he got the big Machina 3K with a single shot. So we'll see if Froyo likes to walk into doorways all in a straight line.
Yeah, I saw the clip of that. Shade now 100%, only 50 from Skis. Blaze gonna die early, though, trading with Broking. So here they come, launched way forward, though, the Ubered Scout. That's gonna be Free State, who's gonna get some early time on point. If nobody can stop him, that's gonna be it. Finally, Kawa's jumping on that. He's gonna be taken down right as the sentry gun goes down as well. Only 2 players up from Froyo, though. Shade and Patty, that went completely not how they wanted it to. 4 alive on Circa. Now they need to chase these Froyo players out. Shade really should die here, but I don't know if he's actually going to. He's running back. There are some players on him. Couple of scouts. They take down Patty, and Blaze is now going to be trying to get out with Shade. I think Shade's actually going to be able to escape. It's still Circa capping up that second point.
Yeah, Shade's got a good enough crew. They had to die there for him to let him get the time to escape, and they did just that. The Uber is coming in from Skis now. They're running across the point. They are going to manage to get 2, which is really big because they might be able to get in onto Shade off of that before this Uber comes off. They're trying to rotate around, but they can't hang here forever, or they're going to end up fighting invincible people.
Yeah, but Banny's gonna die right before this Uber charge gets popped out of Froyo, and now they're running forward, and a lot of blue players are behind. Broking's gonna die, but Nuck picks up Habib, so that's definitely something. There's a lot of players scattered all over the map. Patty's very low, but there's still most of his team is way back behind, and I think Patty's probably pretty separated. Nuck's going to be trying to get out now if he can. It should be able to. Kawa gets taken down by Patty, who's still in the back lines. Pelt finally takes him down, and I think finally we're back where players are on their respective sides. And still, I think froyotech are going to be able to come out. Well, I think this might just be another mid-fight, as they're still walking forward. This is going to be another fight coming up. Nuck's looking for to get some sort of a frag on the medic, but they have turned around. He's going to die. Banny kills himself in the process. Only 3 alive on the side of Circus. They're just getting one more respawn to make it 4. This is still going to be froyotech, probably capping up that midpoint, though. Circa don't want to fight this.
Yeah, comedically there, at one point, both teams were holding their own second, and nobody was at mid. So, because of both of the back caps that went down after that mid fight, so both teams were just chilling with a huge neutral ground. But we'll see, Froyo trying to get back into this. They're probably going to run the tag bomb modified by Blaze, or maybe a Banny bomb.
Ooh, the Banny bomb. I can see it happening. He's getting aggressive. Banny using that cow mangler weapon. Of course, the new whitelist does allow it. It's a small upgrade, I'd say, but it's going to be Blaze jumping forward here. Patty goes down to Broking as well, who jumps into their side. Skis the big one, though, going down to Blaze. Beautiful job by him. Finally did get that medic pick. That's going to be the one they need. Broking finally going to be going down as well. Nuck going to be running into the enemy team. If he can kill Shade or something, that'd be great. But here goes Pelt way jumping in. Shade got very low. Does have to force that Uber charge off now. And it's only 2 players alive on Circa still, though. They're running away. This isn't going to be too great, but still a decent exchange for froyotech.
Yeah, they needed, once Skis died, nothing really mattered, except for getting that force out, because with these 2 spawns that come in from Circa, as long as they can maybe finagle this point a little bit, they could, it stopped right now, see, so they've got their spawns, they can put together some kind of a defense. They chose not to go out, however. Nuck is still on that sniper, gets hurt really badly, and killed by Banning spam. And that may bring on some kind of a push. Yeah, Circa could not get set up here, and they're starting to just drop like flies.
Wow, 3 down already on their side. They've only taken Habib in response, so froyotech really shouldn't have too much trouble. They do lose Blaze, pick up a Guyver, and now it's only 3. It's Nuck's going to be respawning back onto Scout, but the Uber Charge popped off onto Banny and his teammates. We'll see if they can do anything. Kawa going to be falling. They're still trying to protect this point. Banny's on it, though. Nuck's going to have to run on that to stop it. He goes down. It's only Skis. Can't do it. froyotech tie it at 2.
Yep, a stronger round from froyotech there. Good way to recover.
Definitely, I was very scared after that 3rd round that froyotech might just lose their 2nd match of the season, but hopefully that won't be happening for them, at least for them now. They're going to be coming out to this final mid-fight of the half. Habib going to be spamming these stickies, trying to get some early damage down. We'll see how they play this. It's going to be Kawa jumping forward potentially, but Blaze going forward. Banny, the first one to die to Cheesy MacGyver, taking him down as he was trying to get a little bit aggressive, and Patty going down as well. It's going to be froyotech mostly backing off. Blaze was still in there, couldn't get out, so he's going to die for it. It's going to be most of froyotech, probably going back to last.
Yeah, and since it's Circa, they're going to move fast as possible. And it looks like they're just dispensing. Like, Kawa is actually going to die in a sticky trap, but I don't think they care. Circa is looking around in lobby with their Uber. I guess they found too much team there and decided not to go. Shade does have Uber now. They definitely know that. And we'll see how they choose to negotiate this.
And Freo had the 1-man advantage for a little bit there. I felt like they could have done something. Each medic had 100%, but it's equal now, and froyotech are holding their last. Patty's on Sniper. Not a usual Sniper for him. I guess he's been on Roamer, but I don't know. I haven't seen Patty go Sniper. Usually it's kind of Banny or Free State from what I've seen. You seen Patty on Sniper much?
No, not really. So this will be a firsties. Back in the day, which I know Patty was around for, it was thought that having your roamer off class was the ideal way to go.
Though. Blaze is actually right behind the combo, and he's actually getting a lot of damage down to the skis. I'm sorry I cut you off there. Couldn't make it. I thought he was doing sticky. He got so far deep without being seen, but now he's going to be back on a 2nd. It's currently a 5-on-5.
It's almost like drop down was still there.
Patty just fell to his death on that sniper class. Maybe it's not for him. Doesn't realize that fall damage is a thing. So 1-man advantage for Circa. They could push off that potentially. Cheesy MacGyver's running in. He definitely wants something, but he's taking a lot of damage. Hasn't done much in return. Taken down by Banny. And Kawa's still coming in. He's looking for something, but I don't think he's probably going to get much. There he goes. Blaze actually does die to Nuck over on the other hand side, so maybe they want to push in with this. It's really just a lot of scrappy fighting. Nobody really wants to commit to this. I don't know if they're going to continue to push out. It is, well, it's a 5-on-5 now. Respawns are coming in from both sides. A little bit closer on Freo. I think this is just going to be a reset.
Yep, nobody could really find a great opening. They're going in right now. They're going to kill Habib, though, is broken. And that is, you're never going to get a better pick than that. So they are going in. And here we go. We'll see if their Ubers are better than Froyo's. Oh, Blaze gets blown up by Broking.
Ah, beautiful shot by him. Broken gonna pay for that though with his life, and the Freo Uber Charge is gonna get popped off in return. It's currently a 4-on-3 froyotech with the 1-man disadvantage at the moment. We'll see if their spawns can do anything with that though. Standing on the point, a couple players still alive on Freo, but Circa are in the lead after the first half, 3-2.
I'm not very good with numbers, but that was the desired amount of rounds, correct?
That, yes. So obviously, Bird Noises are playing their game right now. I'm not sure how many logs they have or rounds they've won, but this is looking really good for Circa. Yeah, they've already. If Bird Noises get rolled, then Circa have already tied it up with them.
The control point is being contested.
Well, I will look for that situation. So far it is 2-0 in the Bird Noises game over on the other TF2 stream. If you're interested here, since we're going to halftime. But we can talk about those stats. I believe our Sandman on production has stats for everybody too.
I like stats. I like numbers. I'm a fan of those. So hopefully we can get some of those showing. I'm looking at them right now. Of course, one drop from Skis is a little disappointing. I mean, they're up anyways. Man, 389 DPM from Broking. That's pretty crazy. 380 from Banny, too. Good pockets on these teams, I'd say.
The control point is being contested.
Well, unfortunately, Sam informs us he's having trouble getting his stats to load. But hey, not everything can be perfect. So we're talking about the numbers. If you can't see them, just imagine that they're there. It'll be a fun exercise. So yeah, as our friend Cornpop mentioned, 389 and 380 on the pocket side. Your King Fragger though is still Banny with 29. The closest to him in the server is 21 from Broking, so very pocket-centric game so far.
And when you've got Patty and Broking on, or not Patty, Banny and Broking on Pocket, sorry, that's probably what you'd expect to see. These are two players that kind of like to dominate their team the way they play. Banny, of course, usually playing that scout class, where again he takes a lot of heals. He's very much the aggressor on his team, calling the shots, and that's a better role, I'd say, for Pocket. You've got more vision, you more understanding of what your team's doing. Certainly it can be done on Scout, and he does it quite well, but I think this transformation, I would say it's been working out for them, but they are down 2-3 to Circa.
We got stats now, so you can peruse those at your leisure while we talk about things. But yeah, that is a discussion that's brought up periodically, is like what class is ID main calling. Lots of pockets and medics have done it over the years. Medic's problem is that you can't ever see what's on the other side of the door. That's the big struggle of main calling medic, is that if you peek a doorway, you are going to die. So you just have to trust that everything is going to be okay, or that your pocket or whoever goes through that door is going to give a lot of important feedback before once you've decided to go. The team that I was with that I enjoyed the most actually had a roamer main caller. I got to take a back seat to the guy on the flank. It was pretty handy.
Was that effective? Was that working out for you, a roamer main
yeah,
call?
it turned out just fine.
Well, I believe we're starting that second half now. So it is Circa eSports leading froyotech, the top team in the division. They cannot be knocked out of first seed. Circa eSports, if they win this one, I believe they're guaranteed not to get fourth seed. I think it's kind of a toss-up between second and third. They could still lose second to EVL. I could be wrong on that one, but we're coming up to mid in the first half, or first round of the half even, as we're going to see players try to get aggressive. It's going to be Broking once again. He's been getting aggressive very early, and it's going to be Nuck following up. He's taking a lot of damage, but still Broking in behind. Watch him as he tries to do something. Takes down Banny. That's definitely a good one. Finally does die to Blaze, though, and it's going to be Habib on the other side going down. So it's currently a 5v4 as Kawa's in his kitchen. froyotech are down one, losing Banny and Habib. It's going to be Blaze now jumping up, getting denied by those scouts, though. Really good job by Cheesy and Nuck to be able to stop him. Blaze is still in, but most of froyotech are poising to get out. They definitely don't want to fight this anymore. It's gone on for a long time, and as Patty goes down to some stickies, that's going to be Circa taking the mid.
Yep, Demo Man is such an important class on this middle fight that in my own brain, as soon as I saw that Habib died and nothing evil happened to Pelt, it was over. It was a done deal. They were going to win over there on Circa. As they try to get in here, they're on the shade, and he's still on there. They're going to force him. They do it again. They end up sacking 2 players for that because Broking dies somewhere off on the side, and it looks like Kawa's going to die as well. So this is actually going to be big problems now. They're going to have to force it off, and I don't know that they're going to get anything with this. And we may just see a mid-reset.
Yeah, I didn't like that pop-off from Circa. I don't think it was really necessary, but Patty and Habib both going to go down. This is actually swinging the momentum back in Circa's favor. It's only 3 alive on the side of Freo. They're going to have to give up second for that. Still, they're going to have a slight add. I don't know if they're going to want to push off that. Maybe if they can get some picks. But Broking and Nuck are going to be making sure that they can't just come out onto second with it. They're going to be having to back off onto their last. They don't have any defensive off classes right yet. So that says to me that they might want to push out as soon as they get this Uber charge. It's only about 10% though, 10, 15 maybe. We'll see how that goes for them.
Yeah, I don't know. Froyo's not typically that kind of a team to just go gung-ho like that. there used to be an old strategy called the reverse pick, where you would purposely allow someone to be killed by the other team so that they would think that they had some kind of an advantage, push, and then find that your team is in an extremely defensive position. And that wonky Uber there from Circa and Saw was almost like a reverse bad Uber. Baited. The Froyo said, we gotta go, their Uber's terrible, and they got roasted.
And that was a sack in from Nuck. You just saw it taken down by Patty. I can almost guarantee he's going to be coming up on Sniper. He's been playing it a lot. He has obviously shown up big in previous games, but I haven't actually seen him hit any shots today, at least. He's not gotten any kills as far as I can remember, but here he comes up on that Sniper class. Hopefully he can prove himself because, I don't know, it hasn't been too hot today.
Yeah, he used up all his frags last night in a single shot, as it turns out. So we'll see what he can do here. He's sneaking around, trying to take some precaution so that nobody sees him just yet. Well, now Scout definitely saw him. Froyo's good enough. They're going to call that. And we'll see. But there's Banny. Did not hit him. We'll see.
Yeah, there's Free State on the other Sniper. They're going to be maybe just seeing each other there. It's going to be Broking taken down by Habib. Actually, Patty, point blank, gets taken down by Nuck on that Sniper class. There he goes, getting one. Won't be able to do another one onto Banny, though, unfortunately, as Blaze trades as well. So it's a 4-on-4 at the moment. There's still some scrappy fighting going on. They might want to take this. Free State goes down. This could be very good for Circa if they want to just go forward, but Banny's way in behind. We'll see if he wants to do anything with this. I think this is probably, I mean, Banny's way back. He's pulling a lot of players back. I think this is probably going to be a reset because Banny's pulled so many players back. Even got one more on a Nuck.
Yep, Nuck having troubles trying to be the off-class man. I wish they would try pushing last with a heavy. I feel like that would benefit their style of play quite a lot. But we're going to go back to the Sniper well. He did get a kill finally. So maybe his confidence is starting to heat up here.
Yeah, Broken could be in a lot of trouble, though. He's kind of jumping in. Gonna just get taken. Oh, what? He kills Shade. How did he manage to get that one? He just ran in and completely stomped on him. Shade drops that Uber charge, and this is gonna be very good for Circa if they can pop this Uber charge off with that full charge. Shade, type in some chats. Soldier coming left. It's gonna be the Uber charge popped off now, and there is still that Free State heavy they gotta deal with. In behind, Blaze gets dropped, taken down. And that one's Kawa also going out. So 5-on-5, and the Uber charge is already faded. So this might not turn into anything for Circa. They still have Nuck on Sniper, who's going to get into position. Shade again in a lot of trouble here. He's got Cheese and MacGyver. Finally does pistol him down. I was worried he wouldn't be able to hit those shots, but still a lot of players have gone down on the other side as well. Ski's going down to Patty. Free State also taking down Nuck. It's only Kawa alive. Oh, that was looking so good.
Yeah, Circa really rushed it there. But once you drop Shade, you don't need to just go in right now. That you now have bought yourself 35 seconds to figure out what you're gonna do, plus Shade's respawn time. So there was no reason to just go in there with such a weird Uber. But they are gonna push straight back in, kill Patty. Ski somehow has Uber advantage. And we'll see what they get here. Habib under threat. Scout directly in his face. Actually manages to survive. But then the bomb comes in and he's done. Broking's going to wipe him out.
And Blaze is coming in from behind. He's taking a lot of damage. He's going to be able to just reconnect back with his team. I don't think he got anything. He was behind for a little bit there, but he's just going to get back to his side. It's going to be Circa capping up the second point. Even Uber charges, maybe slight ad for Skis, 5%. Nothing that they're going to want to push off of, so we'll see. We're basically back to where we were 2 minutes ago. I don't know. Patty's back on to heavy. It's probably going to just see Nuck run in and go to Sniper, unless they want to change their strategy.
Yeah, I would like to see a heavy last push. That's what I want to see in this game. But we shall see. They're going in the safe way, afraid of a Sniper, it seems, that does not exist. We'll see who's going to be the person that goes.
Yeah, they're looking around. They could send a soldier in. Obviously, that works pretty well last time. Broking just walk it on to Shade. And now it's going to be Broking looking to get in again, but he's going to just taken down by Banny, who was standing on top of that shed. Nuck also too aggressive. He goes down. I'm not sure if they want to sack in. It's the two-man sack. I don't know if they really want to give that up. It's going to give froyotech a pushing opportunity. Banny's taking a lot, and they're going to lose free state on this. So we'll see if they still want to do this. The Uber charge actually going to get popped off from both teams. So this is a fight going down. Circa going to die. Health Cheesy MacGyver as well. So now we do see the Uber charge. It's just going to be Skis backing off. froyotech look pretty dominant in this one. They're going to pick up Skis. That's the big one. It's going to be Blaze claiming that frag. Going to trade for it, but Kawa also going down, and a lot of players on Circa just running in. They need to get this kill under Shade. Can Nuck please hit the shot? Please, Nuck does do it right before he dies. Beautiful job. Finally needed that. He managed to kill a different player, but he got them out in the end, so it worked all right for him.
Yeah, he had to kill 2 people to get to Shade, but he finally carried it out. And that will end up saving probably the round for Circa. So they're going to have the opportunity to push this second with Uber advantage. They may be able to go before even that, because those players out there on second do not have overheals. And they're trying to get in right now. Banny lets go a super rocket and actually hits Pelt. So that's going to hurt him quite a bit here, but the push has come.
Yeah, a lot of soldiers are in. Blaze is going to be jumping forward. So much damage from froyotech. They're going to be killing so many players. There's only Nuck and Broken alive. They do pick up Shade, though, which is the really important one. Broken, the only player who's actually doing anything on his team. Finally, Nuck going to get taken out by Blaze. Well, full wipe.
Yep, and Nuck is going to be dead for a real long time. So's Broken. Yeah, they're trying to get out here, but there's no way they're going to mid. So they've got to pull it on back and reset back at second.
And we're going to be seeing a slight ad for Skis. I mean, it's reasonable, 15% maybe. That's something you could push off of, not necessarily something that they will. It's going to be even players, all stock classes, so probably just going to see teams slow down. And actually, as I say this, it is even Ubers now, so they're just going to be building this up.
Yep, we'll see what they choose to do. Typically, Froyo is going to be the team that chooses to make a move here. They actually have Kawa in a really aggressive position, does Circa, so that may cause something to happen very quick after the suicide goes down.
And they're going to be reaching 100%. Shade's been building much better than Skis has. I think they haven't been utilizing that arrow building, so if froyotech knew that, they would know that they had advantage, but it's equal now, so it doesn't even matter, even if they could know the enemy's Uber charge. But froyotech, they're going to be getting aggressive now. Broking is going to be the one jumping in. He tends to do that quite a lot, but they're going to be backing off this time. We'll see. He doesn't really want any of that. Banny's peeking through a window. He could get aggressive and get something. Not really sure. They're just looking for opportunities. froyotech have definitely gained ground at least. That's something good for them. Broking again going to be jumping around. He's going to find Blaze. I don't know if he's going to get that frag though. Running away, taken down by Patty. So it's currently a 5v4. 5v6 even.
Yeah, unfortunate death there, but Kawa is going to clean up Blaze. Is now running around behind. Comes into the room where all of the Circa Froyo is with 1 HP and an equalizer out. Manages to escape. And the fight continues.
Wow, froyotech lost 2 players and by a beautiful flank. So now we'll see Circa. They have let them gotten that respawn, so 100% still, it is equal. We'll see if the positioning can do anything. Broken got very low, 7 HP, but he's back up to full now, so he's going to be fine. Banny looking like he might want to jump in. He's just waddling forward. Going to be backing off. Maybe could send some players in. There's one in. That's going to be Patty, who's sending the Ubercharge player way up high. Skis popped that off on a Broken. Patty does die in behind, but still Shade hasn't popped his off. And this is going to be a much better Uber from froyotech. They don't even have to pop that off just yet. They can pop whenever they want, but they drop free state to the stickies. That's not what you want if you're Shade and froyotech, and now it's going to be a solo Uber onto Banny, as Banny's going to be jumping forward, trying to get something with this Uber charge, but just get shot out of the air by Nuck, and that's going to be probably Circa re-aggressing into middle as they have the 2-man ad.
Yeah, Banny got put into the pocket sad zone there because they dropped 3 players before they even popped. He had no one to help him with the Uber. He jumps in and hits Pelt, with some good rockets. Takes Pelt to 2 health, and he survives. Banny does not.
And now Circa going to be capping up that midpoint. They do have 20% ad as well, so if they wanted to push once they have the supercharge, they certainly could. I don't know if they know they have that big of an ad, though. There's definitely a lot of scrappy fights going on. but they are going to be running forward. They drop Pelt very early, though, to some stickies from Habib. They're going to pop their Ubercharge off as well. Broken going to go down. That's a big power classes, and Shade does have his Ubercharge now. I don't even know if he's going to have to pop that one off, though, as they really only have 3 players alive. It's going to be Kawa looking for that force, but he can't get it. Taken down, finished off by Patty, and now this is only going to be Nuck and Skis alive on second. As long as Skis gets out, this is going to be too bad, but still a very good fight by Froyo.
Yeah, I don't know what planet they were on when they made the decision to run in a solo Ubered Scout and have people bomb different parts of the map, but it did not work. And it is leading to them getting blown away here on second. More Circa is going to die. There's Broken going down. There's Kawa going down. There's still more players out here essentially feeding themselves to Froyo at this time. And there are 2 at last to defend. And they will be under pressure now.
This isn't looking good for Circa. It is still 0-0 in this half, of course. Circa do lead 3-2, but Blaze gonna get taken down. Skis as well, chased into spawn by Blaze, who managed to get that frag. Excellent job, but we're still gonna see froyotech running in. Cheesy MacGyver gonna end up falling. This is probably gonna be a round converted. I can't imagine that it's not. It's only Kawa alive. He gets taken down by Banny. That is 3-3.
Yep, so Froyo have tied it up. Maybe they found their legs a little bit, figured out how the Banny Pocket Patty Scout thing works out here. But we're heading into what may be a decisive mid, because that round took forever. We got 16 minutes left in this game.
That was a 14-minute round then. Then hopefully we don't see another one of those, because that would be a long round, but I mean, it was pretty good anyways. We're gonna see a couple players jumping forward. Really, it's gonna be Patty who's really aggressive. Blaze as well does take down Pelt, but Patty and Banny both gonna go down. Broken and Blaze falling, so it's currently a 4-on-4 chasing forward. froyotech don't really have the position. They're gonna be backing off. I think Circa probably got the better health, better positioning. They're gonna be able to win this mid.
Yep, Froyo got a little scared there. Habib had to reload like everything that he had. So if he'd had more stuff in his guns at that time, which is like not usually gonna happen, maybe they could have held out, but they decided we got a demo with no ammo and a scout. We can't stand against 4 players. They're actually peeking in here, trying to see what they can get. They are gonna kill Banny out of the window, basically, is Cheesy. And that's gonna be 100% guaranteed from Circa.
Yeah, they're pushing in now. They do have that one-man ad, so if they can get anything with this, that'd be very good. But they're going to lose Kawa as he was getting aggressive. They do get the force off onto Shade, though, with Nuck in behind. He's going to get cleaned up. Still the 100% from Skis. They are 2 down, but, I mean, that's exactly what they wanted. They sent in that 2-man sack, and now they're going to be able to run around, clean up this Patty, hopefully, who's in behind. They can take it out. He's 1 health. Please, finally, Cheesy MacGyver gets that one. Still no pop coming out of Skis. They're going to get their respawns in shortly, but it's going to be Blaze bombing now. Wants to get this force out of Skis. Long Skis is milking this for so long. He's got the jukes. Cheesy MacGyver actually gonna be able to kill Blaze. Meanwhile, over on the Froyo side, they're gonna finish off Pelt, and still we do see Circa still alive. They're gonna be running. They're in the second point. I think Froyo have mostly left it alone. They really tried to get that force out of Skis, but couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, and ironically, it took Circa so long to cap second that Shades almost got Uber again.
Oh my gosh, they're coming into last, and Shade's gonna pop that as soon as he gets it. A lot of Circa players are getting caught off guard from that one. They lose both of their scouts, only picking up Habib in return. Broking also goes down to Free State, so not quite that role into last that they were looking for. Still, they're probably gonna be, well, they're probably gonna have to go back to last, actually, or mid. Banny's jumping forward. We'll see if he can get anything. Just gonna make some space for his team. Not gonna feed in and die like last time, so that's good. But this is gonna be most of Circa backing off to mid, and hopefully they should be able to hold this one, as they do have 25% ad.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay to hold mid here, unless Froyo is desperate. I don't see why they would be. It's still in Circa's court here. They managed to win that mid. They've had a few weird decisions, weird plays that have led them to still holding mid. But we'll see. They're gonna come up with something else. So go into that crazy well that is Broking's mind. It's all twisty staircases in there, and they'll figure out something.
Yeah, maybe twisty staircases, but they've worked out so far. Kawa going down to Blaze over on the flank, so that's created the one-man advantage, but now we're going to see the re-aggression from most of the team, and Patty and Blaze both going to end up going down as well as Broking, so No soldiers on the side of Circa. It's a 4-on-4. They're going to be running forward. It looks like they still want to take this, but Nuck goes down. I don't know if Circa really should have gotten that aggressive, at least without popping the Ubercharge. Cheesy going down is only 3 players alive on the side of Circa, and I believe one of those is a respawn, so they're just going to lose mid because of feeding, I think.
Well, they're gonna use the Uber. They could use the Uber here to block the point. They now have no choice to, because Skis got really hurt. So it's basically all on Kawa. There we go. The Uber is forced. So they're gonna back out now. But they ended up having to give all of their positioning. So the way you would block that with your Uber is you got to use your Uber much sooner there. You don't want it to be forced, because then you end up ceding all your positioning. But oh well, it looks like Circa's actually going to get caught out here a little bit. Well, they traded 2 for 2 actually, so they're trying to make the best of it.
Shade to just go down to Kawa though, and that's going to be a big pick. No medic on the side of froyotech means that Ski's going to have a big Uber advantage, and they're probably going to be able to hold on to second as well. froyotech don't want to get aggressive and take this. They were 1 man down, so this is actually looking very good for Circa now. A lot of froyotech players jumped in and they didn't really get enough to justify it, or at least they all died when they jumped in, which isn't really what you want. It's going to be Circa now running into mid. We'll see if they can not pop the Uber charge off, because that would mean they can roll this even farther, but Ski's taking a bit of damage so far. We'll see if any froyotech want to get forward and force that Uber charge off of Skis. It's Patty Way actually starting the back half on second. We'll see if that comes into play. Nuck and Broking both going to end up going down. Skis is completely disconnected from anybody. Cheesy MacGyver wins a 1v1. Finally back on second though. Free State and Patty take down Pelt, which means they're going to be capping up that second point far faster than anybody on mid. And finally they are going to win that mid fight, but it doesn't matter because second already went down. Patty and Free State are on last. There's nobody there to stop them. Free State standing on the point. That's going to be froyotech taking this 4-3.
Yeah, that was the old back cap strat. They were standing too long on that little catwalk. And so Patty said, oh, I'll just go check down there. There was probably nobody on the flank. And it turned out there wasn't anyone on the flank. And the only person that came back to contest him was Pelt, the absolute worst class to try to deal with the scout.
Yeah, now Circa are on their back leg. It is game point. Blaze jumps into his kitchen. It is going to be Patty, the first casualty, trading for Broking. So now Blaze is going to be jumping, trying to get behind. He does have a good angle on some players. It's going to be Kawa, Blaze, and Pelt all falling. So it's currently a 3-on-4. Circa are at the disadvantage, but they do have some good positioning. We'll see if their 2 scouts can do anything. They're going to kill Free State. Very good there, but they still have to take down Habib, Banny, and Shade. Banny's very low, so that's possible. It's going to be Skis going down to the stickies, and Cheesy as well. It's only Nuck. Finds Banny, but he's got to win a fight against a demo and a medic. That's winnable, but he's got to dodge these pipes. Now the respawns are going to come in, though. Patty takes him down with 1 clean shot.
Yeah, he was trying to have that frag video moment, but then a scout showed up and ruined it. And then Broking came to help his teammate, who had already ceased to exist and got blown up as well. So it's no good out here. Pelt actually dies as well on second. Kawa's should be dead. Actually manages to escape again, just barely with the equalizer speed. And they are going to end up defending last. We'll see if they go for any kind of... Nuck will be the sniper there, so they gotta hope for a 3K.
Yeah, they need this if they want to be able to hold on. This is match point. froyotech running into last. It is going to be Free State going down. I don't know if that's enough, though. Coming out of the Nuck sniper, they're going to pick up Habib as well, so no Demo Man. Patty and Shade. This isn't going well at all for froyotech. This isn't going to be a point for them. This is going to be Circa pushing out. They could completely ace them here, as they're still not lost anybody. Blaze is very low. Banny is still in behind. Could find a frag on Akawa. Just going to get out. 1 player still looks like, nah, they're all out. That's going to be froyotech losing that second.
Yeah, and Circa didn't even have to use Uber or anything there. They didn't even have it if they wanted to. So that means they've got this ready to go here. As long as they do this correctly, they should be okay. They're coming in now. Kawa is very injured. Gonna die, but trade out basically for Banny. The bomb is coming in onto Skis. Skis is still okay. Still holding that Uber like a champ.
Oh, but Patty's coming up behind him. He's very low, being pistoled down. Finally does end up going down to Broking. So a lot of players tried to get that forced off on the Skis, but Skis been playing a remarkable game on Medic, just not dying, not popping that Uber charge off. He's been doing a really good job there, so he still has it as they're already on second, just capping off that midpoint. Blaze gonna end up going down. These Froyo players, they keep dying over and over and over again. Circa could force this into a 4-4 as they want to be running into last, but Shade does have 90% Uber charge, so that's the saving grace. Still, Blaze is going to be going down, and the push is not stopping. They're going to drop Nuck, though. This could cause them to reconsider. I think it is. They're backing off, and it's currently a 5-on-5. Each team has full Uber charge, and with Blaze respawning, this isn't going to be a push out of Circa yet.
I'm surprised that Circa didn't choose to leave that point half-capped and then push into last with their Uber to kill Shade. That's like what they would have done earlier in the season, and they chose not to do it here. They're just going to hold second. And now they've got a bigger problem in front of them, because Froyo's been pretty good at holding this last overall, except for the one time where they just ran scouts onto the point. But we'll see. It looks like Nuck is kind of leading in here to see what he can get, but he meets a heavy, and that's not going to turn out.
Yeah, Nuck the Scout tried to run onto the point. Didn't work out for him, but I think he's going to come up on a non-scout class, so it should be all right. We'll see if froyotech want to get aggressive off that, but they have a heavy and a sniper, so I don't really expect it. Free State peeking this angle. I guess they decided the Patty sniper wasn't working out for them. Free State is back on this class as he was earlier in the game as well, and actually not coming up on scout.
Yeah, maybe they're going to run a double suicide or something like that. The 4-man sack is still viable. It's a lot harder to pull off, but it's still viable on this map. You can do it every now and again just for old time's sake and not completely lose the round off of it. Nuck is going in again. He gets the P thrown on him. Still not dead, but gets Shade down to 50 health as well. Finally gets taken out.
Yeah, Blaze went in for the return bomb. Didn't get anything, though. Banny also ends up dying to Broking, though, so this is actually a 5v4 as Circa, they just get in the respawn. They're going to walk in with this. It kind of looks like still 8 seconds on both the Froyo respawns. They're still walking in. They haven't popped it off just yet, but already the respawns are going to come in from the Froyo players. So here they come now, taking this fight. The Ubercharge Heavy is going to be fighting them now. Both Ubercharges getting popped off. Habib, the first casualty so far in this only. Banny as well, a little bit low, but he's not going to die just yet. I think this isn't going too great for Circa. They don't look poised to take this much likely anymore. They're going to be sending Broking forward. They pick up Patty on the heavy class, so standing on the point, she's a MacGyver. This could actually be possible. It is 4-4. Circa eSports are tied with froyotech.
Well, we'll see how much time is left here. I don't think we're going to have a repeat. 5 minutes, actually, so we may have a repeat of the World Series, and we're going to go into extra innings, maybe. The potential is there.
And this is potentially the final round, assuming we don't go into overtime. Circa eSports versus froyotech tied at 4-4. It's 1-5. It's Broking getting aggressive on this mid. Shade so low. He's probably going to go down if he can hit these shots. Kawa can't do it. Broking dies in the background. Nuck is well going to go down. Skis falls to Blaze in the back lines, who have just been cleaning up everything. Froyotech are completely dominating this mid fight. It's only Cheese MacGyver. He gets taken down. Shade did die in the end there, which I happen to miss, but still great job by froyotech dominantly winning that one.
Yeah, so we're probably going to see a last hold. I have been in this situation before. We'll see what they're going to do. Broking in his twisty staircase mine is actually going to go forward quite a bit. Tries to get a kill, puts a lot of damage onto Habib. Is just standing there waiting for arrows now. May continue to go in. Yeah, there he goes. So they're going to try to retake second here, even with the timer so low. Ski's under threat from Blaze, and now Banny as well. Is the team going to melt around him? Yeah, he's going to go down. And it's a 1v3 now.
Wow, and that is going to be a full wipe kind of Circa. I was going to say that's not too bad because they managed to pick up Shade, but standing on the point, full wipe, unless Broking can be faster than his class allows, that is going to be froyotech. A little bit anticlimactic finish there, but still walking on the point. 5-4, a great game that we managed to watch on this one, Marxist.
Yeah, I think they would have been well served by the strategy of our former ESEA admin friend, Killing in the Name. Stay at last. The strategy would have probably worked out fairly well there. but they chose to forego it and ended up losing the game. But much stronger Circa than we have seen earlier in the season against Froyo. Or maybe a weaker Froyo, since they're jostling their roster around. We don't know. But Circa looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, and the thing to take away from this is Circa got 4 rounds. So I don't know how many rounds Bird Noises managed to get. I think I just checked and they were at 2 rounds. Is that correct? Yeah, Bird Noises are currently sitting at 2 rounds. I just opened the other stream and I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a Brass Beast Heavy and a Spy. Maybe that's halftime. I'm not okay, whatever. They're playing
Yeah, I
Highliner
would
or
assume.
something. But still only 2 rounds for Bird Noises. So if they got 4 rounds, and they had the 3. So okay, no, it's fine. They're gonna have to take in the last round. It's not decided just yet, but very good for Circa to get 4 rounds. That's gonna poison them to probably get 3rd seed. As long as they can get like a couple rounds off of EVL next week, they're looking to not face Froyo in the first round of playoffs. Even if they were though, they looked really strong against this Froyotech.
Yep, they did. Snakewater treated them well. So I think we might yak about the stats for a little bit, and then we'll try and send you on to the other TFTV stream, because there's no sense waiting around here when there's more TF2 to watch.
Absolutely. Looking at the frags, 41 from Cheesy MacGyver. He certainly picked it up. 47 from Banny, though. Always a stellar performance, standout from his team. I think next closest was actually 39 on Patty. So, I mean, the 2 people who switched their classes around actually got the most frags on their team. I don't know, maybe it was a good switch up for froyotech. They still dropped 4 rounds to Circa, but I don't know, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, it didn't. The Patty Banny switch didn't seem to really be what the problem was. Their Froyo was sort of out of pace, and that may just be because their pocket is probably in unusual places, and also Circa plays a really weird style relative to everybody else. So you've always got Broking and Kawa jumping back and forth on you, and it's been a long, long time since maybe only Shade, Banny, and Blaze have ever really had to deal with that before.
Yeah, and I think looking at the damage, probably we're gonna see Banny with 353 be the highest in the server. 335 on Broking. Again, Broking and Banny standout damage performers on their team. Broking I thought did really good this game.
Yeah, he kept the suicidal mania down to only the end of the game, causing a catastrophe, but he kept it together for most of the rest of the game.
And I think that's all I'm seeing in these stats, Marxist. Unless you have anything to say, you could probably throw it over the other stream now.
Yeah, I think it is time to send John over to Bird Noises versus EVL.
They are currently 4-2, it looks like, and EVL's running a heavy. Okay, so there's not as many crazy off classes. Oh, and an engineer holding mid. So they're playing the Euro strats, is what it looks like. So yeah, definitely go check that one out. That's going to be at twitch.tv/teamfortress.tv. You've been watching Team Fortress TV 2 with myself and Marxist. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, Sam has been the wonderful on production. We'll see you next week.